Hi guys, welcome back to my Jewish cooking and baking show where we learn how to make all my childhood favorite foods. Today we are making chocolate covered matzah because it is almost Passover and there is no better way to celebrate Passover than with some chocolate covered matzah. I'm going to be using this matzah from Manischewitz. Like, what other matzah would I use? You have to go with Manischewitz. That's just like the most iconic brand you can get when it comes to Judaism. But before we start, I'm just going to melt 1 tablespoon of butter. If you're wanting to make this kosher pareve, just use margarine. I am not kosher and have never been kosher, so I'm just going to use a real stick of butter. So I'm going to heat up my saucepan on medium, drop in my stick of butter, and I'm going to throw in a cup of brown sugar. I can't open this because my fingers are sticky from the butter. Now I'm just going to melt the butter and the brown sugar until the brown sugar starts to melt into the butter. So, like 5 minutes or so. While I'm waiting for this to melt, I'm going to take out a baking sheet and line it with parchment paper. I'm going to use 2 sheets of matzah for this. Our butter is finally starting to melt, so I'm just going to mix this around a little bit so it melts even more. All our butter is finally melted, but I really want the sugar to melt into the butter, so I'm going to let this cook for like 5 more minutes. And then we're going to pour it onto our matzah and bake the matzah in the oven at 350 for about 15 minutes. I think chocolate matzah was probably one of my favorite things to eat as a kid. Matzah in general does not taste very good. We just eat it because we're not allowed to eat bread. But chocolate matzah is so good. I would say in general, desserts on Passover used to be so bad because you can't have anything with wheat that has risen. So that excludes a lot of things that are really good. But now, with so many people being gluten-free, there are so many really good dessert alternatives you can have on Passover that I actually feel like it's so much easier to keep kosher for Passover nowadays than it was back when I was a kid. This is what it looks like. Ugh. I really need a second camera. It's starting to bubble. My sugar's dissolving. I'm going to turn off the heat, take this off the burner, and I'm just going to add in a splash of vanilla extract. That smells so good. Now I'm going to pour this over my matzah, and we're going to bake it in the oven. This is what it should look like once you're done. Just coated everything with my brown sugar butter mixture and then smeared it with a spatula. Now I'm just going to put this in the oven and I will be back in 15 minutes. It has been 15 minutes, so I am going to go ahead and take our matzah out of the oven and then we're going to melt our chocolate on it. So for this, I really just estimate how much chocolate to use. I also went ahead and set up a second camera so you can actually see what I'm doing. You're going to take your chocolate chips and just sprinkle them over your matzah. The amount of chocolate you use is really going to depend on how chocolatey you want these to be. If you want them to be a really thick chocolate layer, use lots and lots of chocolate chips. But if you want it to be thinner, space it out. So you really could go crazy with this, like whatever your heart desires, you could do. Personally, I am going to do some chopped pistachios. I'm going to add some freeze-dried raspberries. There's really not that much left in here. That makes it like really pink and pretty. If I was a kid in Hebrew school, I'd probably give this to my Hebrew school crush. Now I'm going to throw on something that is a little controversial. Golden raisins. I just love having the crunch of like a random raisin. And for the second half of my chocolate covered matzah, I'm just going to be using these sprinkles from Trader Joe's. pretty this is. Now I'm gonna go ahead, put this in the refrigerator for a half hour so it can set, and then we can try it. Okay, it turns out that I actually made this last night, so we don't have to wait 30 minutes to actually try it. This is last night's chocolate covered matzo. This side here was the pistachio, raspberry, and golden raisin side. As you can see, my boyfriend and I already devoured that side. But we have this gorgeous sprinkle side with Valentine's Day raisins. Not raisins, sprinkles. Oh my god. This is what it looks like. Thumbnail. Mmm. Oh my god. That is seriously so good. Honestly, like, maybe I'm gonna keep kosher for Passover this year. Like, if I have this, I think I'll be totally fine not eating bread. The butter and the brown sugar gives it, like, the perfect combination between sweet and salty. It is just seriously so good. It's so good that I'm actually sad I can't feed you, like, through the camera. Look how pretty and delicious she is. Anyone who says they don't like matzah needs to try this. This is what could convert them into liking matzah. It turns out if you put enough butter and chocolate on something, that you can make anything taste good, even matzah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you give this recipe a try, especially if you're a matzah hater. You're really gonna like this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. I always post on Sundays. Bye!